The global internet had found its new obsession. To dissect Dimash's global conquest, one must dissect the instrument itself. What makes his voice so compelling that it crosses cultural and linguistic boundaries so effortlessly? 1. The 6-octave range. Dimash possesses a vocal range that spans over 6 octaves and one note, stretching from the low, rumbling depths of a bass, D2, to the stratospheric heights of a soprano and into the whistle register, D8. While other singers possess vast ranges, Dimash's true anomaly is the quality and control he maintains at every extreme. 2. Seamless transitions and register blending. Many vocalists with wide ranges have distinct breaks between their chest voice, head voice, and falsetto. Dimash has mastered the art of passaggio, seamlessly blending his registers. He can jump from a booming chest note to a delicate, ethereal head voice in a fraction of a second without losing pitch or power. 3. The mastery of bel canto. His classical background allows him to utilize bel canto, beautiful singing techniques. This provides him with incredible breath control, allowing him to sustain powerful notes for astonishing lengths of time, often leaving audiences breathless just watching him. 4. Emotional phrasing. Technical perfection can sometimes feel cold or robotic. Dimash's true genius lies in his ability to use his technique as a vehicle for raw emotion. Dimash Kudaibergen, a classically trained singer from Octaves, Kazakhstan, has built a massive, fiercely loyal global empire. He did not achieve this by conforming to the established rules of the Western pop industry. He achieved it by shattering them with an instrument of unparalleled power. His voice, his rise from a celebrated local talent in Central Asia to a global phenomenon capable of selling out arenas from New York to Shenzhen. In the landscape of modern music, global superstardom is typically manufactured through a familiar machinery: aggressive PR campaigns, trend-chasing production, English-language dominance, and the backing of massive Western record labels. Yet, one of the most astonishing musical conquests of the 21st century bypassed this machinery entirely. He proved that emotion is the ultimate universal language. Listeners in South America, North America, and Western Europe found themselves weeping to Kazakh folk songs. The sorrow, triumph, and passion in his delivery bypass the cognitive need for translation and strike directly at the listener's emotional core. This deep emotional connection birthed his fiercely loyal fanbase, known as the Deers. The Deers are not a typical pop fandom. They are characterized by their maturity, their international diversity, and their intense dedication. They operate as a decentralized, global PR firm. When Dimash releases a song, the Deers mobilize to translate the lyrics into dozens of languages, organize streaming parties, and coordinate charity events in his name. He uses microtones, traditional Kazakh vocal trills, and dynamic shifts in volume, from a whisper to a roar, to paint a vivid emotional picture, even if the listener doesn't understand a single word he is singing. Dimash's ascent perfectly coincided with, and heavily benefited from, a specific internet phenomenon. The YouTube reaction video is a masterclass in the intersection of raw generational talent, the democratization of media in the digital age, and the universal language of human emotion. This is the story of how Dimash Kudaibergen conquered the world. To understand the Dimash phenomenon, one must look at the foundation upon which his explosive fame was built.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
They follow him across the globe, turning his concerts in New York, London, and Dubai into international summits of fans from over 60 different countries. One of the most remarkable aspects of Dimash's conquest is how he has leveraged his fame to elevate his homeland. Rather than abandoning his roots to assimilate into the Western pop machine, he has turned the world's attention toward Kazakhstan. He frequently performs wearing modern interpretations of traditional Kazakh attire. He has made the dombra a staple of his massive arena rock shows, playing blistering, high-speed solos that rival any heavy metal guitarist. He insists on speaking Kazakh on international stages and encourages his global fans to learn the language. Consequently, thousands of Deers have taken up the study of the Kazakh language, history and culture, and tourism to Kazakhstan has seen a measurable increase directly attributed to his influence. He acts as a one-man cultural ambassador, bridging the gap between East and West. From the age of 5, Dimash was immersed in formal musical education, studying piano and vocals. This early immersion in classical training provided him with an acute understanding of musical theory, pitch, and vocal anatomy. He was simultaneously deeply rooted in the traditional music of his homeland, mastering the dombra, a traditional Kazakh two-stringed instrument, and singing traditional folk songs. This dual education, the rigorous, structured demands of classical and operatic training paired with the emotive storytelling traditions of Kazakh folk music, created a unique artistic hybrid. Dimash was not an overnight success, nor was he an amateur who stumbled into the limelight. Born in 1994 into a family heavily steeped in music, both his parents, Kanat and Svetlana Aitbayev, are celebrated singers in Kazakhstan. His destiny was seemingly preordained. However, pedigree only provides opportunity. Discipline builds greatness. He did not need a fabricated backstory, a manufactured controversy, or a catchy English hook to capture the world's attention. His strategy, if it can even be called that, was simply to be undeniably brilliant. By remaining deeply rooted in his culture, by treating his voice as an elite athlete treats their body, and by delivering performances of naked, unashamed emotional intensity, he bypassed the gatekeepers of the global music industry. Dimash proved that the world is hungry for spectacle, for mastery, and for music that makes them feel something profound. In doing so, he hasn't just carved out a niche for himself. He has established a musical empire, proving that a kid from Oktobe with a 6-octave range and a dombra can indeed conquer the world, simply by singing his truth. The true turning point in Dimash's career, the moment the fuse was lit, occurred in January 2017 on a Chinese television show called Singer, formerly I Am a Singer. The show pitted established, highly respected vocalists against one another. Dimash entered as a 22-year-old wild card, virtually unknown to the Chinese public.